Welcome back. Charles Tarbey from Century 21 joins us now at the big table to give us an update on the latest statistics. Welcome, Charles.
Hey, welcome. Where's Chris?
Chris is probably somewhere exotic and having a fantastic time based on his normal record.
He's doing a really good job, isn't he?
Pretty good at that. How are the property numbers looking?
Clearance rates are still pretty steady. Based on this time last year, the clearance rate was 72%, and we hit 72.3 in this last week, so a massive increase. Sydney was 78.4%. Melbourne came in at 74.3, so it's not too bad at all. When you look at the marketplace, the way it's been, the averages, I'd prefer it sat around those figures. I heard Louis talking earlier on that the Sydney market might continue, and if interest rates move up, that may change, but I'd like to see it stay in the 70 to 80 range, particularly through spring.
Okay, and how about the homes advertised?
Well, that's the problem. That's been the problem. But yeah, although we've had a better time this week, we had an increase of 1.06% over this time last week. So we're starting to get a climb. New Zealand's, in parts of New Zealand, still actually negative stock. Right. Other parts are surplus, but Auckland, through those areas, has been negative stock there for a while. So I don't know how they're going to fare coming into springtime either. That's interesting. Is that just part of the rebuilding process? Their marketplace has changed. When they looked at introducing different rules for first home buyers, etc., I'm not sure as many properties came on the market for them because the demand wasn't there. Okay, interesting. And turning across to rent price movements. Yeah, the rent price movement, again, steady. I've been talking about this being flatlined for a very long time, and I started the charts from zero a while back. They've been sitting in an average of 12, and in fact the average it's 12.77% this last week. Sydney was the second best performer at 11.33%, and Melbourne at 8.07%. But Perth, they're still sitting up there. 18.62 was their climb since we started from that $0. So they're the best performer in terms of rent increases, but not the best performer when we get to the next level. And what about vacancy rates? That's where they struggle. Actually, Melbourne's the best this week. It came in better than Sydney at 3.07. Sydney came in at 2.89% clearance rate, but Perth came at 6.37. So it's been up in that range for a while. It's giving us an average of 4.11. So we've breached the between the 3 and 4, which we were sitting on for a while. For the last couple of weeks now, we've moved into the 4 category in vacancy rates on a national basis with those 3 locations, but more so because of Perth. Okay, so we saw the vacancy rate was heading in the right direction, but that rent price isn't. When will they start to move? Well, no, vacancy rate's heading in the wrong direction. Sorry. Yeah, well, because it's going up, say, in Perth. But the rents, I don't think the rents are going to change. I think we're going to have a situation there where, because you get a lot of first-home buyers coming out and they're moving out of rented properties, so a lot of the landlords are having to look at whether or not they put their rent up this time round. So I think a lot of them are opting to stay where it is, provided they've got a very good tenant in the property. Just
looking at rents up until Christmas, do we have a rush now to get the property before Christmas and then not change before, like, in the December period? Or is that not a great time to be saying to move unless they're moving now. So when you look at October, November, they really start to slow down.
Okay, fantastic. And that is it for your Property Empire this week. Thank you very much for your company. See you next week.
The information featured in this program is general in nature and therefore should not be relied upon. Guests appearing on the program may have commercial arrangements